1 year. 1 year since I started working on what will be my debut novella, TruthSayer. And that's what we're talking about in today's episode. So I have one question, just one. What's up, my fellow scribe? Tim here. Welcome to my channel, where I take my 20 years of writing experience of triumphs and failures to help you along your writing journey. It has been 1 year. 1 year since I started working on my debut novel, Novella TruthSayer, and we're gonna get caught up. I will do some reflecting on how it's gone through, what I've gone through with this video, but if you really want me to dive into the whole process of how it's changed, you can check out my last TruthSayer update video, which I'll have a link in the cards and down below, where I go more detail. I'll do a little reflecting, but it's mostly gonna be getting you caught up to where I am in the planning and all that. And finally, yes, finally, you're gonna get the timeline of when I will be writing this novella. Before we dive into the video, why don't you go and smash that like button? Tell YouTube that you enjoyed this video. Why? Also, I have a lot of great content on this channel, so subscribe, ring the bell, so you don't have to go looking for my videos. YouTube will hopefully tell you when they come up. With that all out of the way, dive into this video. So 1 year ago, I came up with TruthSayer by driving to my buddy Adam's house, listening to Jim Butcher's Codex Alerius Book 1, and hearing the term
Truth Finder.
I said, what if this was a TruthSayer? And what if they could tell the truth? Or they could know if someone was lying? Something very basic, nothing really beyond that. An idea popped in my head. Not a good one, apparently, because it took me a whole week to get that stuff written down. But before I knew it, I had a novella idea, and then about a week and two later, I had fleshed out 3 book ideas. Like I said, I'm looking back on 1 year. I'm not gonna go any further into how everything developed beyond that, but it is interesting how I was super concerned as the story started growing that, do I want this? Do I really want to risk taking another project, a new project, and rushing it like I have in the past? But thankfully, now that I'm 1 year out, I can say, and proud to say, I took my time. Things I didn't like about the project as it grew, I didn't try to fix it. I let my brain have time to look through them, adapt maybe the ideas, or come up with new ideas. Let's talk about where I am currently. There are officially 3 novellas. Yes, you heard me.
3.
They will be written and published roughly around the same time. I don't know timeline publishing, but they're all gonna get written together. The other big thing is that, you know, that big, huge, giant monstrosity, that Stormlight Archive level novel I was mentioning, full series was going to be that everything. I kind of plotted it out. I kind of figured out the structure and made it work with the new ideas and, more importantly, the old ideas. I just somehow, I don't know, it came together. Yes, but I mean, I had the structure. I know how the story flows and gets to where I want it with an awesome ending, and how it ties into what I'm going to do with our Ethereal Record. But I want to talk about the novellas because those are the key things first. These novellas are going to follow the 3 protagonists, which I've already mentioned. I'm going to give you their names right now. I'm totally, utterly going to butcher one of them. If you take these names and you type them into translator.com, just put it under English and it just had the speaker. That's how they officially are set. The first novella, which will follow Singh, who was the original protagonist of this whole thing. He was that guy I started this off with. His name's changed multiple times, but his official name is Singh. Then I will write Naveen. I think that's how it's pronounced. She'll be the next one I write because it's actually taking place in the same location as Singh, and they overlap. They will actually be in each other's novellas, just they won't be involved directly with what each other's doing. Then you have Karatia. She will be the 3rd one I write, or at least plot out. Karatia will be the last one I plot out, simply because she is on the other side of the planet. And it's taking place right around the same time as these other novellas, but because it's nowhere near, that's why she'll be the last one to plot out. Let's quickly talk about the novel. because how we got to where I am, even with the 3 novellas, it ties to that. I actually took a job as a picker at Walmart. You know, those personal shoppers who order online, you pull your car up, we take it out to you. I'm doing that part-time. And after a few days, after I started working there for several days, I don't remember, these ideas for the novel, not the novellas, the novel was plaguing my mind. And I finally gave in and I sat down and wrote out the ideas. And before I knew it, I had structured the fucking novel. Like, I figured it out. I just don't know, like, it's weird. But it was great. It was like really interesting, like how like, oh my God, how did this happen? Brain, why did you do this earlier? So now that we know where I am, let's talk timeline. So what is the timeline? It's coming in November 2021. Tim is doing this year. Oh yeah! Sing story will be ready. I'm making sure of it. As for the other 2 novellas for Karatias and Nalines, I'm not sure. I do want to write them kind of back to back, but I just not sure this time I'll be able to do that, because every time I finish an outline and the scenes list, I also have to do the world building for anything that's not been world built already for them. My goal overall for November was to participate in NaNoWriMo. I don't give a flying fuck if I win. I would like to win. It's a secondary goal, but my primary goal is to make sure I'm writing Sing. Depending on if I have all the other 2 novellas ready to go, will determine the rest of the timeline. When all 3 first drafts are done, then and only then will I start editing Sing's book. As for the novel is not being written next. I will, once I get all 3 of the novellas out, written, and I'm just in editing, I'll be moving on to a different story. The novel will not be going decades before it's unwritten, before it gets written. It will get written a lot sooner, I can tell you that. Closing footage got lost, so here I am to wrap this video up from editor Tim. Comment down below what you thought of this video, and if you're excited to learn more about Sing and the rest of the crew and hear more about their stories. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, and if you want to learn what the best writing tool ever is, click the video to my right for that. Thanks again for watching.
Bye.